Byron always called me a pessimist, but I don't think it's pessimistic to recognize our flaws, or to think the natural world is just as valuable as we are. If I was pessimistic, I wouldn't believe that we can turn our back on the old ways, or that we can find happiness in humility. But I do. I have hope, even if Byron could never see it that way.
1K, a word please, without the streaming. It was an interesting choice, sharing the data package with the archive scholars. A quest for a new morality, just when faith in the goal seems to be failing. It makes me hope that perhaps you can understand my choices after all, even if you disagree with them. Look, let me speak plainly for a moment. You and I both know that I exaggerated. I built a myth around Athena that does not reflect what she believed. But you have to understand, it wasn't really about her. It was about what the city needed. It was about keeping us together, invested in a common narrative. And it was about preventing us from going the way of our ancestors. Because temptation is real, and our flaws are still the same. A myth, but a necessary one. I'm not a fanatic or a fool, 1K, although I sometimes play one. I'm just trying to do the right thing. I know I can't stop you from trying to save Byron, but what's in that pyramid could destroy everything I've tried to build. That's what you said to Pandora, isn't it? The truth is the only foundation a future can be built upon. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Anyway, I've done what I could. You do as you must. Good luck.
Let's go.
You're coming along this time?
Yep.
Well, what about protocol?
Screw protocol. It's Byron.
Follow my sprite, and it will show you the way to your friend.
Do as he says. We went through a lot of trouble to get this guy out of his chains. Now it's his turn to help.
This way. You must free him. He cannot free himself.
What's happening? 1K? I'm out. Oh, my friend, the things that I saw, the power of this machine, the depth of her grief. Come on, follow me. I have to show you something. I thought all of this was deliberate. Athena testing us to see if we're worthy of her invention. I wanted to believe that she had a plan. In my own way, I mythologized her as much as everyone else. I never thought she might feel confused, lonely, uncertain. And what's the most human thing to do when you feel lost and sad and you have no idea what to do next? You take a nap. Here, listen.
If I give them the machine, if I convince them of its power, we could finally build the world Alexandra imagined. The world Miranda deserved. No, the world we all deserve, even the worst of us. We could take stewardship of this planet. We could explore the stars. We could give meaning to the universe.
If you embrace the knowledge of the flame, you can bring light into the darkness.
But what if they make the same mistakes again? What if selfishness and stupidity win out again? What if they take my machine and turn it into a weapon? What if they act like children and burn the planet?
The secrets of the flame are not for ordinary mortals to know. You cannot overcome your sinful nature.
Do you see what's happening? It's her. It's all her. Everything we're seeing is Athena. Her every hope, her every fear, all of her memories and contradictions brought to life by the machine. A dream-given form expressed in the language of her childhood. A world of puzzles and towers.
No, what can I do? How do I make this decision? There has to be an answer. There has to be a way of making sure it's the right choice. It can't just be a leap of faith.
There are no answers, creature of clay. Every question leads to another.
She's not waiting for us to prove ourselves before she helps us. She needs us to help her. We have to wake her up. Whoops. The system is still stabilizing. Maybe we'd better get out. Come on.
No! I cannot allow this.
Uh-oh.
You have suffered a grievous injury, my child. But do not lose faith. Your companions have not forgotten you, and it is through the bonds that you have forged that you will be saved.
Welcome back to the land of the living. For a while there, I thought we might have to reset you. We think you and Byron got hit by some kind of energy discharge, knocked both of you out. Alcatraz, Melville, and Yakut went looking for you, but you were hard to find, and even harder to fix. It's been several weeks. He's fine, don't worry. Mayor Herman Nubis stepped down a while ago, and there was an election. Rand was elected in his place, promising to build a new system of morality that would tell us how to correctly use the theory of everything. I'm not sure he's really delivering, though, and people are restless. The question is, what do you plan to do now? And what about the theory of everything? If that's your choice, you should speak to Byron. He's waiting for you outside. We're all in this together, 1K. One way or another.
Hello, 1K. We've been through quite the journey, haven't we? But the story's not over yet. We do. She gave everything she had for this city. And I don't think any of us really understood it. Not even me. We all tried to turn her into a prophet when she was just a human being. Athena's dreams, a recursive loop of hopes and fears, and my own foolishness for thinking I had been abandoned when I had been given a chance to grow up, to stand for my own ideas. In the current situation, I don't think anyone's going to stop us from taking a VTOL to save Athena. Speak to Melville and Yakut. They were part of the beginning, they can be part of the end, if they want to. I'll take care of the rest.
Good to see you up and awake, 1K. I'm hoping you're assembling your team to finally unravel the theory of everything. I'd love to get my hands on that data. Excellent. Good luck with the rest of your mission, 1K.
You're going back, aren't you?
We are. We can't leave Athena trapped.
But you're not going to shut the machine down, are you?
No.
Then let me just say this, okay? I understand what you believe in, I really do. I've always respected your vision of the future, Byron. It's beautiful. It's moving. But just consider that maybe there is another way. A way that is more humble and maybe less exciting, but no less beautiful. Just consider that maybe that machine doesn't have any answers for us. None that really matter. We don't need a theory of everything to be happy.
It was never just about happiness, Hal. But thank you for your honesty. All right, I'll see you at the VTOL.
I wonder what Mayor Rand is planning.
Attention all citizens. We will hold a Q&A session with our finest scholars this afternoon to review our latest moral discoveries. I'm certain attendance today will better reflect the importance of our subject matter.
Hey dude, nice to see you again. Oh, glad you made it. Honestly, dude, I don't have a clue. I don't really understand all this philosophical stuff, but you've had all these awesome, mind-blowing experiences, so you know what? I trust you to make the right choice. Strange things are afoot, dude. Life is gonna change, I can feel it. Could be good, could be bad. We'll see.
$1K! You're back on your feet. One of which I fixed, by the way. You're welcome. Of course I will. I think I might want this even more than you do. I want to explore. I want to build. I want to be more than this grumpy old mechanic going through the motions. I want to live. See you there.
Welcome back.
$1K, you're back. I don't know what to think about the change of leadership that happened while you were sleeping. Rand doesn't seem able to bring the people with him.
I'm glad to see you made it, 1K. You told me to think about what Byron said, and I did. I really sat down and thought about what the city owes its citizens. You know what I decided? It owes us a future we can believe in. It owes us the chance to do meaningful work that helps the city get better. And thanks to your expedition, I now understand that that's exactly what the founder believed in as well. You have to save her and learn the theory of everything, 1K. Anything else would totally suck. Best of luck, 1K.
I'm really glad you made it, 1K. For a while, I really thought even Neith couldn't fix you. I'm sorry, but I can't. I just don't believe that things could turn out well. I thought about it over and over, and I understand what it would mean for us. But I just think people are too flawed. We'd make too many mistakes. Take care, 1K.
Welcome to the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition. Oh, you're 1K. Lovely to finally meet you. Thank you for saving Bayron. I think some kind of change is coming. It's not quite here yet, but it's on the horizon. Interesting times, as they used to say. Gehenna was a place in the simulation. A prison where Elohim exiled the minds that didn't fit his plans. In time, the prison became a community with a culture of its own. In the very last moments of the simulation, Elohim realized what he'd done and sent his messenger Uriel to free the prisoners. They were uploaded to the gold disc, and their legacy is part of all of us. Text adventures were one of the few art forms available to the people of Gehenna. By continuing to work in that medium, we keep their memory alive. I don't think the role of the artist should be reduced to any single social function. The artist isn't an educator or a moralist. Art isn't about teaching us lessons or imparting values. Nor do I think it's simply self-expression. The best art reaches out beyond the self, into something ineffable. The creative impulse can't really be quantified or predicted. That's why artistic freedom is so profoundly essential. Without the freedom to shock, to offend, to transgress, art becomes stagnant.
Good luck.
Welcome back, 1K. Glad to see you're doing better. With all this political instability, we still have a chance to change things. Right now, nobody really knows what they want. But we're making choices out of fear, looking for someone to tell us what to do instead of taking control of our own future. That never ends well. I think it's only the beginning. Athena hasn't even scratched the surface of what you could do with it, and that's fine, she's just one person. The really interesting stuff is going to start happening when you give this power to the people, when every citizen can bring their own ingenuity to it.
The elevator's out again. Can someone from engineering please fix that right away? Thank you.
"1K, you're awake. I'm the mayor of New Jerusalem now, so I'm afraid I can't stop to talk. I have to focus on putting my ideas into practice. I suggest you focus on completing your expedition. Goodbye, 1K.
I'm glad you're here, Melville. I wish Alcatraz and Yakut could come too, but they believe what they believe.
Well, I thought about it, and it turns out it's pretty simple. They're wrong.
You do have a way with words.
I know.
I have only one thing to ask of you, my child. When at last you find yourself before Athena, be gentle to my old friend. The weight of the world was placed on her shoulders, and if she failed to carry it, it was because no one can carry such a burden alone.
All right, 1K, you're in charge now. If you want to explore, make sure we didn't miss anything out there, go ahead. When you're ready, let us know, and we'll head into the megastructure.
There seem to be more puzzles per cluster than necessary to gain access to the tower. I wonder what happens if you solve all of them. Yes? If you want to know the truth, I think Rand is a self-important imbecile. His stupid new morality will accomplish precisely nothing except make people angry at each other. Sorry if you'd hope for more. Basically, I think it's going to get a lot uglier before it gets better. But if we succeed, it will get better. Well, that explains the discrepancies between all those schematics you found and the actual megastructure. It's all been transformed by Athena's dream. No wonder it was driving me potty. Driving me potty? What kind of bizarre idiot came up with that expression? I'm serious. The moment we're done with this, I'm going to sit down and update the language libraries, and I'm going to put in every swear word in every language ever invented. There was a lot of work to do, a lot of things to repair, and as I was doing that, I kept thinking what a waste of my energy this is. How much more I could be doing if I had the means.
What's up, 1K? Rand's a weird one. He means well, but he leaves no room for complexity. People aren't just good or bad, and morality can't be reduced to binaries. If he can recognize that, he might actually make a decent philosopher one day. If he can't, he could become a tyrant. But that's a problem for another day. Of course. Faith in humanity doesn't have to be blind faith, 1K. The future isn't going to be a utopia, but it will be better. And not just a little bit. In the long run, I think we'll be fine. He can't imagine the world we're trying to build. But when he sees it with his own eyes, I think he'll come around.